Come run 16 miles with me in about 1,600 feet of elevation. I keep seeing animal droppings and markings that look like cub paws. Doesn't look like a full bear paw. I'm on the west side of the mountain, which I believe is like kind of the less foot traffic-y, at least this time of year. Here's some of those paw prints. Those definitely aren't bear prints, but wolves or coyotes or something. Probably about 1.5 miles in. Not the greatest terrain, so just gonna put my head down and try to rough through it. Hopefully it clears up a little bit. May or may not have cut across the ski slopes a handful of times. Not sure I'm allowed to do that, but no one's yelled at me, and I've seen a couple of the rangers, or whatever you want to call them, the staff, so I think we're okay. Just did a slide cancel down that hill like I'm in BO3 or something. That was epic. Not feeling incredibly fatigued. The muscles in my feet and my ankles are definitely sore from how much they have to shift and compensate with running on the snow. We're chugging along. Back on the trail, it's about 4.5-ish miles in. Got a long ways to go, about 1/4 of the way there. On some super technical, not runnable stuff right now, which is a little frustrating, but this long run really isn't about the miles, it's about the time on feet and moving. This is my first run back in the mountains in preparation for running the Appalachian Trail, well, at least the part that goes through Massachusetts. So starting in Connecticut, ending in Vermont. The goal is to do that on Memorial Day weekend. I've been base building. Last week was a nice deload week. I'm bringing the mileage up to around 35 to 40 miles this week. I have a 5K race. I'm chasing a PR of a sub 20-minute 5K this Sunday. With all this volume, not super sure how that's gonna go, but it's really just a fun charity run with some of the people I work with. Really looking forward to that, but feeling really awesome and grateful to be out here. The snow's melted enough to make this doable. Just hit mile 5, 1 hour and 4 minutes in. It's just all so technical. I'm really throwing the pacing out the window. We scaled, I want to say maybe 1/3 to halfway back up the mountain, and now it seems like we're going back down again, which is nice. Feeling good. Wachusett's more of like a gentrified hill. It's not necessarily a mountain per se, but it's what we got in the backyard, so it's what we're using. But feeling good, 5 miles in, have about 11 more to go. Bunch of muddy mess over here, bro. Mile 5 is a brutal one. We're at 5.6 in, back on the road. Not sure if how many people know this, but it's pretty popular around here. You can actually see Boston all the way from up here in Central Mass. I don't know if it'll pick up for you guys, but there is the city right there. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of sick. All right, the first 9 miles were a loop, and this back half is actually an out and back. So I looped back to where I parked, dropped off the poles in the car, refilled my bottle. Still working on this one because it looks like it's gonna take me a little bit longer than what I had planned, but I packed extra gels, extra fuel, so I'm good. There's just a lot of not runnable sections with the snow and just the way that route is. Overall, feeling good. Had a bite of a jalapeno bagel, which was fire, so feeling good. All right, about 12.5 miles in, just turned around to make my way back to the car. Started the out and back at about 9.2, so I'll be just about on the money for 16 when I get back to the car. That section was all downhill for the most part, so This is gonna be a 3.5 mile uphill battle, literally and figuratively. Legs are starting to fatigue a little bit, so I'm sure this vert isn't gonna make that any better, but we're gonna make the most with what we got and finish out this run. Making our way back towards the mountain. It's crazy that like 11 to 10 miles ago, I was all the way at the top, up there. Just so weird, but we're getting it done. Got a nice little downhill right here, so this 3.5 back isn't all the way uphill, which is nice. About 16.11 miles done, 3 hours of moving, about an 11 some odd average mile pace. I would have liked to be a little bit quicker, but I really can't control the quality of the trail with the snow right now. How rocky that was. This is my first time doing this loop. Shout out to my buddy Simon. He sent me this route, which honestly I really enjoyed. The only part that was really sketchy was running across the ski slopes. That was pretty intense. Yeah, I don't know the vert right now. I didn't check, but I'll put some of the stats up. But overall, I feel pretty good. Definitely fatigued, but I mean, who wouldn't be after that? This is where I parked. But overall, it was pretty good. I had a good time. Just did a little bit of a cool down walk. I definitely got some crazy trench foot. Maybe not, but did quite a few stream crossings. That's my long run for this week. Thanks for coming along. Gonna down a bagel, down a can of Cadence, and go and stuff my face.